Here's what you missed on Phathead and Cande in the morning. Weekdays 6 to 10 a.m. on My Country 96.1.
My Country 96.1 Phathead, Cande Roth. We are still going to be cold, but we trend a little warmer today, a little warmer tomorrow. Weekend, we could get 35 to 38 degrees.
Ooh, heat wave coming.
It is. Break out the bikini. Let's go.
Let's go.
Let's, what do they call that? The wrap? What
Polar plunge.
No, what do you put around your bathing suit? Women put around their bathing suit when they go out to the pool. It's like a long skirt kind of thing.
Yes. Can't think of the name. A sarong?
A sarong? A sarong?
There you go. Something like that.
All right, break out the
sarong.
sarong.
Do you have one?
I don't.
Boy, would I like to see that.
Don't.
How are you feeling?
Every day a little better, I gotta tell you.
Good. Now, you go back to the doctor when?
February 10th.
Oh, all right.
Yeah.
A little time there. I go back to my hand doctor on the 5th. Look at us without doctor appointments.
Yeah, so I have to say my incisions are healing pretty well. I'm starting to really move around a lot better. So you're getting through a little bit of pain, but the thing that I judge it by is when I sneeze and cough, how bad does it hurt? So I actually, I finally last night, did a full sneeze, and it did hurt a little bit, but I was able to get through it, Cande.
Oh, I'm so happy for you. What a recovery.
We're getting there. Now, you, on the other hand, you are still having trouble playing your favorite games, right?
I am. I'm doing, maybe 5 minutes a day. I'm taking it easy, but my hand is getting better, and I have been doing, I washed the dishes, and I made some dinner, and I did some things, and went shopping, and carried in bags, and I was okay, and it's feeling pretty good today, so we'll see what happens. All right.
I'm glad you're feeling pretty good.
On the mend. We're both on the mend.
How does Brian feel about your injury? Like, does he have sympathy, or is he like, just get over it? What are you doing?
No, he's not like that. He has sympathy, but he looked it all up. He thought I had something besides what I have, and he's not sure the doctor knows. And I'm like, she's the doctor. I think she knows. He thought I had carpal tunnel. She said if I saw that, I would tell you. That's not what it is. I don't see arthritis. This is what I see. So, he's the doctor, is what I'm trying to say.
He's the Google guy, obviously.
Exactly. She says, I see you've been Googling.
Speaking of injury, by the way, I got the most bizarre text from my sister Amy yesterday.
Oh.
And I want to ask you about this because I never even imagined this. She said she was now she's fine, just preface it by saying she's actually no problem, didn't hurt herself. But she was putting dishes away up on a high shelf, and she said she fell off the counter. She was sitting on the counter and then fell off and landed on her forearm and whatever, and thought she was injured. This was last night, and I questioned, who sits on the counter? Don't you get on a step stool if you need?
I don't sit on a counter. My children used to when they were little. So that's absurd to me. A step stool or a taller person. Say, hello, come here, Mr. Taller than me, and put these dishes away.
Yeah, that's what I initially thought. And she's like, no, sometimes I gotta sit on the counter to reach the higher shelves. I'm like, that's interesting. I've never heard of that, actually.
But she's okay. She didn't break it or dislocate it or anything.
Just her ego. It's a little bruised.
Oh, sorry, Amy. We all fall from time to time.
It's how you get back up. That's what.
Exactly.
Step stool. I would recommend a step stool.
I have a step stool. I'm a person of, not that great height, and I do need it.
You are a person of limited means in the height department, no doubt.
You got that right.
Yeah.
And sometimes I'll say to Brian, get this, and he looks at me like, you couldn't do it, and then he sees I really couldn't do it.
Yeah.
Like people who are tall, you're tall, you never take that into consideration. You never think, oh, she can't reach this. But yeah, we have a lot of issues as short people.
Candy, you really need, like, the big fire department ladders that can go up to the top of a building.
All right, let's not be crazy.
That's what you need. All right.
Yeah.
I want to start with this article, and then I have some real fun stuff throughout the day, including, remember we were talking about kindergarten teachers yesterday, Candy?
Oh, yes. Mm-hmm.
And I forgot the name. Wait, I'm going to get to that in just a second. But I want to start this way. An article today says that the new office people at work these days, mostly Gen Z, they are becoming very secretive at work. Not like they're hiding their work. They're hiding things about themselves. They're not getting close with their coworkers. You and I are the complete opposite. We put everything out there on the radio, obviously.
We do. That being said, I never thought that might be the best approach to put everything out there. That's just what we do. That's what we're made of. But I think in a big company, it's not a bad idea to stay quiet.
Now, I mean, for obvious reasons, I think the younger people keep things close and don't let out too much because that's the environment they grew up in, texting and Zoom, and they aren't people who used to sit around without phones and learn about each other. They have trouble talking to each other.
True. Good point.
Right?
Yes.
But yeah, that's the thing. People are being less authentic at the office. Just, putting it out there.
I hear you. Well, those who go into the office every day, I stand by what I say. Keep your eyes open, your ears open, your mouth shut.
That's I like that. Just watch everything and shut up. Mm-hmm.
I tell that to Evan all the time.
Keep your head down. Only respond if asked about something.
You don't have to get involved, and nobody asks you. You don't need to give your opinion.
That's right. Candy, all right. Coming up, we have a great article about the hot wedding trends for 2025.
Oh, I'm going to a summer wedding this year. Let's hear.
All right. We got a lot of interesting things in there. We'll do that. Pizza ordering. How kind of standard is your pizza ordering when you do order pizza? We will get to that interesting article. I also have a list of the 100 worst rated foods around the world.
Oh, that's a good one.
National Day's good news stories as well. And this is the big one. Coming up at 7:48, I want to start with a full chat about the teachers we were talking about yesterday. We were talking about the most trusted professions. Nurse was one. Teacher in elementary school was two. And we started talking about kindergarten teachers, and I forgot, amazingly, the name of the actually, I didn't forget. It was like, brain fog.
Oh, you forgot.
I just couldn't get it into the brain.
As I was praising Mrs. Tiscornia, whose name I never forget. She was our first grade teacher. Both Evan and Casey had her, love her. And I acknowledged her yesterday talking about teachers, and I love her.
So I will tell you about the email I received shortly after our show yesterday.
Dear Mr. Phathead.
It started like that, actually.
I was so kind to your three children. Is that the way we're rolling?
We will get to it. 7:48. She is a gem of the community, and I will give her name.
Her due kudos.
Give her name and her kudos all over the world. We will do that.
Unbelievable.
Right. We're going to be a little bit warmer today, but not warm, but better than the last couple of days. Phathead and Cande, My Country, 96.1.
Phathead and Cande in the morning, weekdays 6 to 10 a.m. on My Country 96.1.